Yeah, it's just a crazy world living as a Black person, but you went to a good old HBCU. You have a nice
But
little escape.
that spirit and that spunk came from the HBCU.
It's a nice
That's the
little,
thing.
yes.
The HBCU is what gives us that, like, nah, you don't know me.
It's a
Like, you
nice
might
little
have thought,
escape.
yeah, it is.
It's a nice escape to whatever you better enjoy that 4 years or however many years you in there, because once you step foot across that stage
The
and
real
you look
world's gonna bite you.
around and I'm like,
Yeah,
girl, what is this?
I know. You're in the real world, So you're in that little cocoon, that protective cocoon for 4 years. But think about it this way: the HBCU gives us everything we need to face any challenge and to rise
And
above.
we can also go back as well. Like, hey, you're a part of the alumni family. Like, hey, I need assistance. I'm a graduate of class of 2010. And they will actually welcome you back. Versus me going to a non-HBCU, they were like, you're not an active student here, so unfortunately we can't give you those resources. I'm like, oh,
okay. Right.
Okay, whatever. But child, yes, HBCU was definitely an escape of just nourishment and home away from home. And just having fun. Yeah, and protection. And yeah, as soon as you leave, just know all skin folks ain't kin folks. And they don't have the same motives or same hunger as you do. I'm just definitely tell you that now, because I have lived in various places and I'm like, oh, this ain't the black person. This ain't the same group of black people I see at the HBCUs. Let me step away from here.
Right. And it's true, in moments where of experiences that put people to the test. Mm-hmm. That's when you realize if they're skin folk or if they're kinfolk. Mm-hmm. Because in my estimation, if you're a kinfolk, we fight the same battles.
Right.
And we're not fighting with each other.
We're not
fighting
competitive.
Collaboratively against other forces. And if you're suffering, I'm suffering. Mm-hmm. If I'm winning, you're winning because I'm going to pull you up. Right. But if you're suffering and I see you in the ditch and I can pull you up, I'm pulling you up. I'm bringing you with me. And if you're suffering and if I see someone doing something against you, they're really doing it against me too. So guess what? I'm here to pull you up. I'm helping you. I'm in the fight with you. Right. But there are a lot of people who are in the fight, whether you go to an HBCU or not. I mean, that's a whole other topic, but you've got to know if they're in the fight with you, which is a real ride or die. People are like, I'm a ride or die. We're like, okay, let's see what happens. If you ride with me or you're going to die with me with this one. Like, let's put this to the test. And sometimes a lot of people fail the test.
A lot. I have to watch their behavior first before that I hear that quote. Because folks' behavior, folks' actions.
Don't say ride or die unless you haven't been tested yet. I'll see.
Yeah, people's actions speak before they even even qualify themselves. And I'm just like, girl, your action on this day already let me know how you really are or how you really feeling. So I'm not interested in continuing with this girl.
Yeah. And there's a certain amount of freedom that comes with that too. I'm telling you. When I say I'm the freest I've ever been, freedom. I am free. I am free. Mm-hmm. And it's an amazing feeling because now I can see if someone's on the same page with me. I can see if they're going to be nasty. I can tell based on how they act or speak or respond if that's the kind of person I want to be in collaboration with. And it doesn't mean that I'm perfect. It just means that I have a different standard that I've set for myself that everyone may not have. Or so other people may not have. And that's fine. You do you. But what I need to be successful, what I deem as being successful, what I need to feel as if I'm being protected, what I need to make sure that my humanity is being seen, maybe totally different from yours, and that's okay. So you go do you, and I will do me, and I will continue to work with people who I know understand me and see me and value me. And that comes with time, and And yeah, you can say it, but it doesn't mean that you live it.
Right.
And when you're tested, that's when I know if you really mean it or if you just say it.
It's a lot of copycatters out there in the world, especially living on social media. Lord have mercy.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Let the test come and see what they do.
Oh, if you haven't, if y'all trying to decide what college y'all want to go on, definitely consider an HBCU.
Yes. I hope it inspired some moms or dads out there, or young people who are like, do an HBCU. You will never regret it, whether it's undergrad or graduate school. You will never regret it, because what they get in life skills will eclipse anything they'll get intellectually, regardless of where they go. The life skills, the social skills that you get from an HBCU are bar none. No competition.
And if you have just no confidence, child, when you come out, I'm gonna say the first semester, depending on your personality, I'm gonna just say that, depending on your personality, but by the time you get your degree, child, you are gonna have a 180 confidence makeover of going to HBCU, because child, you can't tell me nothing. Like, you what? I'm doing that. I don't know what you talk about.
Right. Okay. I'm so happy that I went to Howard. I am. I mean, I talk about it a lot, and I'm excited about speaking about it. Just what they're doing in the universities and all HBCUs, they've gotten a lot of love lately. And I think we're beginning to realize that we are good. Not that we have to be separate, but when we're together, it's good. When we work together, really, really good.
Yes. And it's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
What was like the deciding factor for you to go to Howard?
It really was that the fact that I had already had the experience of being in an HBCU because my mom and dad at Grambling, and then being Grambling grads. But I just wanted something different. I wanted to be around people who looked like me. The history of Howard, I knew it. I was familiar with their School of Communications, which was top notch. And it was in DC, which was a city that, offers you so much in terms of, socially and, intellectually. And it's, the birthplace of, it's government, it's all of that. And I just thought it would just be such a well-rounded experience. And so for me, it was easy. Like, it was the only school I applied to. Yeah, could I apply to other schools? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But I knew that I wanted to go to Howard. I was clear. And that it was the only undergraduate school that I wanted to go to. So I only applied to Howard. And of course, I got accepted.
Really? Okay.
And I was made up. That was always it. I knew in my senior year, it was time for applications. I'm like, that's where I want to go. I applied, and I was accepted by the end of my first semester of my senior year. So I knew in January of 1987 where I was going to go to school in the fall.
Okay. Child, I had no direction. I applied to Maryland, University of Maryland, Eastern Shores, North Carolina A&T. I had applied, but I wanted to go to North Carolina, somewhere in North Carolina, either North Carolina Central, because one of my good friends at the time was going there, and then North Carolina. I was just applying to all the HBCUs, so my mom was just like, no, I'm not signing off on these schools. So then that's when I looked into, all right, well, she was like, I need to drive within a day. Like, I need to drive there and come back within a day. So I looked into Maryland, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of schools here. Let me look into this. So I decided to apply to Coppin State first and then Morgan. I got into both. That was my reasoning of picking those schools. But I initially wanted to go to Eastern Shores or the North Carolina FAMU. Definitely, I've always liked Florida. But my parents was like, no, we need to keep an eye on you. So you need to pick some.
like, you need to be close by.
Yeah, so that was my deciding factor. But I'm glad I picked Maryland because it allowed me to just stretch myself and explore something new. Because Maryland, I don't think I've really wandered around in Maryland and DC area. So it was like new territories. And I was just like, I still like Maryland. So I'm just like, I'm glad that they made me reconsider and picking those schools and picking that location. I'm just like, I really liked living there. The food there is great. Crab cakes is to die for. Okay.
Oh, girl, yes.
I'm going to go there one of these days and give me some crab cake soup, crab cake sandwich, a crab cake burger. Put some mambo sauce. I need to go to somebody's grandmama house and I want her to make the mambo sauce. I do not want the store brand, the store bought one. And the half and half. Not the store half and half. I want the DC Maryland half and half.
Right.
So yeah, they just have they just have culture within there, and I definitely appreciated. Yeah, just the Maryland, DC. I ran around a little in the DC area. I definitely had my car towed in DC a lot. So I was not the driver a lot of the time after a certain year.
I'm the designated passenger.
Yes. You want the gas money? Because I got gas money.
Right.
But yeah, I'm glad I decided to go there because it definitely is like a forever staple, whether I went to HBCU and just experiencing the blackness of Baltimore and Baltimore, PG County, and DC.
I love it. You just can't go wrong with the DMV. It's like, it's like people who love Atlanta. I mean, there's something to be said about Black excellence and being around that. It just inspires you and motivates you to keep going. And you're like, I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can not just dream it, but I can achieve it because I've seen someone else do it. So when we talk about representation matters, representation does matter. When you see someone who looks like you, who can achieve and is achieving, it inspires you to keep pushing. It inspires you to keep going. It inspires you that if they can make it happen, you can make it happen. So that's what an HBCU does.
Yes. What do you want to cheers to?
Oh, girl. This is simple. Let's cheers to an HBCU.
Yes, alumni.
HBCU.
Yes.
Cheers.
HBCU is amazing.
Ain't you the real school?
I'm going to find somebody from Hampton. I'm going to put y'all in one episode.
Bring them on. So we can go back and forth.
Panel discussion. Now, who is the real HBCU?
I dig it.
Who is the real HBCU? I need you to declare and we war.